A burnout next to a dead legend's number. A hat swap that made grown men cry. Richard Childress Racing just broke a month-long silence, the only way that mattered, with a win. Austin Hill took the checkered flag in the United Rentals 250 at Naval Base Coronado, NASCAR's first race ever held on an active military installation. It's Hill's first road course win, and RCR's first win on a road course since 2016. This race came almost exactly 1 month after Kyle Busch died from complications tied to severe pneumonia and sepsis at just 41 years old. Busch wasn't just any driver, he's the all-time wins leader across NASCAR's top 3 series, and he'd spent his last 4 seasons behind the wheel for RCR. His death didn't just leave an empty seat, it left an organization of more than 300 employees trying to function through grief while still racing every single week. That's the part casual fans miss. NASCAR doesn't pause for mourning. Teams still load the truck, still build the car, still show up to the track, all while carrying something heavy that never gets a timeout. Austin Hill, the man literally tasked with stepping into Busch's vacated cup seat, has been doing that for a month. Here's what makes this win matter beyond the trophy. Hill didn't just win a race, he won at a track type RCR has historically struggled on, in a car number that's now permanently retired in Busch's honor, in front of a team that's been emotionally hollowed out. Strategically, that road course victory matters for Hill's credibility moving forward. Road courses have separated contenders from pretenders for years in NASCAR, and proving he can win one under this much pressure tells RCR leadership they made the right call putting him in that seat. But there's a real risk here too. Grief-driven motivation is powerful, but it's not sustainable as a long-term strategy. Teams that lean too hard on emotional narratives can crash back to reality once the adrenaline fades. The real test isn't this win, it's whether Hill and RCR can convert this emotional spark into consistent performance over a full season, especially once he's racing full-time at the Cup level without the comfort of his familiar O'Reilly Series program. There's also an organizational gamble worth noting. Childress has chosen to retire that iconic number 8 rather than reassign it immediately, keeping it in reserve for an 11-year-old who isn't racing yet. That's a sentimental call, not a business one, and in a sport built on sponsorship dollars and brand visibility, sentiment can be a costly decision if it drags on too long. Expect a split reaction here. A huge chunk of the NASCAR fan base is going to see this as one of the most human moments the sport has had in years. An aging team owner visibly emotional, a young driver talking to a ghost on the radio, a tribute burnout next to a fallen legend's logo. But there will also be analysts asking the harder question. Is RCR building sustainable success or riding a wave of sympathy that media outlets are eager to amplify? Both reactions are valid, and that tension is exactly what's going to keep the story trending. Best case, Hill channels this emotional momentum into real consistency. RCR rebuilds its identity around him, and this win becomes the origin story of a new championship caliber driver. Childress gets to watch his organization heal in real time. Worst case, this turns out to be a one-off emotional peak. Hill struggles to replicate results once the grief narrative fades from headlines, and RCR finds itself searching for direction all over again, heading into next season. So here's the real question. Was this win earned through pure talent or carried by emotion in a moment the entire sport needed? Drop your take in the comments because I guarantee this debate is just getting started. And if you want breakdowns like this before anyone else, make sure you're subscribed to SportsWire USA.